Hey y'all. My name is Ashley Nicole Phillips. Uh, if you're found the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, you already have the notification bell tapped on. Welcome back to the Ashley Nicole music community, and to new viewers and subscribers, welcome. We are awakening. We are awakening in the masses to the remembrance of our connection with all things, the universal bodies. We call this state of being uh, embodying celestial consciousness, oneness consciousness, unity consciousness, Christ consciousness. We're awakening in the masses to remembrance through our inner space, our DNA, spiritual awakening, remembrance that we're one with divine evolution. Um, I have two podcasts, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. They're linked below in the description of this video, where I heal through the inner space, shaman mama capabilities, shamanism capabilities, ESP psychic abilities, heal through the inner space to share healing frequencies and energies, divine channel healing frequencies and energies from ancestral forces connected to infinite dimensions within space, time, and beyond, as we are connected to the infinite dimensions within space, time, and beyond, to assist us to be a catalog of timeless content. My podcasts are timeless. Catalog of timeless catalog of podcast content to assist us as we're awakening. So another way that I've actually been writing and recording, channeling. Now I know I was channeling, because before I awakened to be so consciously aware to the divine presence that all beings, all things are, or the sentient, universal connection, celestial consciousness, oneness consciousness, in which all beings, all things are. I was already channeling music, so now I know it was these songs and wisdoms and frequencies were being channeled through my heart, through the soul space, my heart space, soul space, which is one with all beings, all things. You're one with all beings, all things. Whenever we're sitting in solitude or in silence, our conscious awareness that we exist is connected to infinite dimensions, infinite beings, infinite realms, spaces, places. And we're awakening to these remembrances. So you are watching one of my studio sessions still in my room. The soul actually taught me how to, and still teaching me, because I'm using new software. So I'm relearning how to mix with this new software. I've been mixing my music. I was on a run with the older software I was using, and mixed 7 albums. I have like 10, 11 projects now streaming on. Subscribe, help me out in the algorithm, hit the notification bell, and all my content is available to stream for free. All my albums, I heal through the inner space and co-create with the soul space, or all things. We're truly all one, and channel within the music. I was on a run. I did like 7, 8 albums on the older software I was using, mixing software, and now I'm using a new mixing software. This is why I haven't been really recording the sessions. We have one previous recorded studio session for this album, Self-Love from Formless to Form. And what does self-love from formless to form mean to me? Before, it means infinite things. When I first started the album, you can actually watch. I do Facebook community lives, where we kick back, we joke, we channel from the heart space to soul space, divine remembrance, healing frequencies. On Fridays on my personal Facebook account. I'm gonna link it below. You can follow and catch the Friday Facebook community lives. So I did the Facebook community live. Part 1, part 2 are posted now. I'm gonna go ahead and post part 3 probably within the next few days. So the space I was in there, I was less consciously. I've healed so much. That's why I'm moving slow. I'm working, channeling this album, co-creating this album with universal orchestration, because I really want to be the healing, and that's my soul's intention, to actually be the healing frequencies of wisdoms in which I'm channeling into the music, to be consciously aware of them and embody the energies to be the healing, to assist us as we all awaken, to share healing frequencies, content as music as we all awaken, to remembrance that we are one with celestial bodies, one with universal orchestration, one with the stars and beyond. which most commonly termed divine evolution, God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. So we have one prior studio sessions for this album. We have the Facebook community live that I did at the beginning of the commencing of this album. We have two pre-recorded writing sessions where I was being evolved into greater sentient conscious awareness of my oneness with all things through my oneness with my twin flame divine counterpart. As I am on the twin flame divine counterpart journey, I'm going to allowing this to grow and evolve, allowing all dimensions to grow and evolve beyond what I could think of. So allowing reality to unfold, and just and trusting that all is well, all is balance, all is abundance. Which brings me to the keynote. So we have two pre-recorded writing sessions for this album. One previous studio session. We have the Facebook community live, which is in 3 parts. We have 3 songs published. We have Yes You Too, and then Yes You Too Part 2, and then we have Being Ancient as well. There's going to be a Being Ancient Part 2 because I've grown and evolved into greater conscious awareness that everything I experience is me. Everything we experience, we're seeing our future, past, present, and infinite other dimensions of the self to teach and grow our energy, our existence, our contributions to the evolution of all things, or our incarnation, which is truly infinite dimensions. Whatever we perceive about our incarnation, our existence, our energy in any moment, it's a part of our contribution to the evolution of all things. So I've grown into greater conscious awareness, how everything I perceive and experience is teaching me about my energy, which is one with the energy of all things, and my perception, which makes it my energy, contributes to the evolution of all things. Just as your energy contributes to the evolution of all things, or infinite potentials, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. So there's going to be Being Ancient Part 2. We just got to go ahead and put that on record. There's going to be Being Ancient Part 2. Tonight we're working on Tap In. And I've actually worked on this quite a bit. I've been learning the software and then growing and evolving spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, simultaneously. So I'm going to play it, and then we're going to get in here and start mixing. So how did this, let me tell you, being guided to tell how this song started. I wake up like the wee hours of the morning often for soul healing. Whenever you do this, it's your soul like, hey, tap into the inner space so we can learn, grow, and evolve into wellness and balance, the conscious awareness that our sentience is infinite. Our sentient connection to infinite dimensions is infinite. Remember, and validate yourself in your knowings when you tap into your heart space. Say, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials? Ask yourself through the soul space, prayer, meditation, and validate yourself in your knowings. Your lingo with the universe, or your intimacy with yourself, or the universes, or all things, is most likely unique to you. More the more. Validate yourself in your knowings, your remembrance, so that you become more confident to blossom back into conscious awareness of the divine remembrance in which you are, in which I am, which all things have only been. Yo, so I was healing one night. We're going to get into it. So I was healing one night, and so we're going to get into it. We're talking about music. I was healing, talking about how music is just as our energy, our existence. Oh, okay, that's a good analogy. I've never received this like this before. It's like we're infinite dimensions. So there's infinite ways that we can show up and grow and evolve. We're limitless. We are miracles incarnate, miracles in perspective, perception. Our conscious awareness of this is what grows and evolves. When we raise our frequency to higher bandwidths of frequencies or timelines of reality or parallel universes and harmonize into wellness and balance, we become more open, more consciously aware of our limitless infinite potentials beyond what our minds say is possible. We're introduced to new possibilities. We were calcified in the bandwidth of energies for eons. A lot of our galactic heritage, our DNA evolution, our galactic heritage, our DNA evolution is synonymous with our lifetime perspective perception of who we are, or our family tree, or our human ancestry is all synonymous. So our family tree, our galactic and beyond ancestry, evolution, DNA, cellular embodiment, molecular embodiment, our stories and tales and wisdoms and possibilities. We magnetize to this realm, to this reality, because we have something in common. We are energies in which we get to face. Energies that manifest the imbalance that we experienced. Energies that manifested death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. Within my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment, I actually I heal through the inner space. It's in the music as well. I heal through the inner space with the ancestral forces, channel the ancestral forces in the podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. Again, they are linked below in the description of this live. Subscribe, follow, hit notification bells if you're watching on YouTube and or Spotify. Channel healing frequencies and remembrances to assist with waking our DNA, our cells, our molecules into divine remembrance of our quantum entanglement with all beings, all things, all dimensions, limitless potentials. Frequencies, energies, that's our paradigm, synaptical understanding, so it works. It's great. Frequencies, dimensions of limitless, infinite potentials. Most commonly termed God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, and Most High. It's got an analogy that I never perceived. From ancestral forces, galactic remembrance, universal wisdoms. Music was an analogy to our state of being and existence, where we magnetize and calcify in this limited bandwidth of understandings of self, or existential fundamental nature remembrances or possibilities. We had a finite perspective perception of our existence. And we just repeated these energies and frequencies of understanding of our existence, which assisted with co-creating and procreating death, disease, women, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. Instead of being higher frequencies of remedy, wellness, balance, forgiveness, we just we magnetize and calcify. Like music, there's emotions and lyrics that are calcified on a track, on a song. And whenever we play back this music over and over again, we're repeating the life cycles in which we first encountered the music. So we were keeping ourselves entrapped, ensnared in cycles and energetic embodiments. Calcification. Message, divine revelation. I'm not going to put the divine revelation alert, so I don't know why I pointed it. Sometimes in my content, I'll do that. I'll point to the divine revelation alert and I won't actually say it. So what is this? Okay, this is where I ask myself and not run for myself. So what is this? Because I'm channeling. So what is this supposed to teach me about this stuff? Teach us about ourselves. What can we do to grow and evolve music into alignment with our limitless potentials? I have an understanding and I'm going to share it. I'm channeling at the same time. Nothing is ever truly stagnant. That's a widened scope perspective perception. Nothing is ever truly stagnant. Everything is incessantly, constantly shape-shifting, growing and evolving. Even that's where we get the Mandela effect. Ooh, come through, soul. Whoa, let's go. That's where we get phenomena like the Mandela effect, because nothing is truly stagnant. You can watch a movie and 10 years later, a decade later, the movie, you go back and watch it, and something that was in that movie that you know was in the movie is no longer in the movie. You're like, what happened? Why? Because a greater perspective understanding is nothing is truly stagnant. I know personally myself, I pray that my music grows and evolves into higher frequency as I grow and evolve into higher frequency. And more than that, let it be the higher frequency, highest divine evolution potentials that I can't even perceive that fullness at this time, but let it be that. And let it bring us to our future selves in the present moment, to be wellness and balance, high consciousness, celestial, galactic unity, oneness consciousness beings in the present moment, galactic species, divine evolution energies manifested and having experiences as galactic species that perpetuate high frequency energies of no death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. The remembrance that we're one in our infinite dimensions, we're unity, wellness, balance, liberation in our infinite dimensions. And so shall it be. So there's your answer, Ashley. How do we evolve music to be a well balanced tradition experience, well in balance in the way that our souls aren't entrapped and snared in consciousness, perspective, perceptions that mirror the music. Let us grow and evolve, just like all things all truly grow and evolve. Let us not have the illusion of stagnancy. And so shall it be. Thank you. Thank you, so thank you, ancestors. Yes. So I really be healing y'all my content. So you'll see this, and I'm vulnerable. That's the only way to heal. To heal, you gotta reveal. To be honest, before I started channeling, there were energies that wanted to say that music was satanic. I was like, that's not. I don't want to lean into that, but that's what we would call it before. Like the energies that perpetuate imbalance or things that we don't want to experience, we would call it evil, devil, satanic. But I was like, nah, my soul already told me stop perpetuating those paradigms, because those paradigms, they don't help y'all grow and evolve, because y'all run from yourselves, because y'all don't want to be evil, so y'all run from yourselves. I actually channeled the Kingdom Things podcast installment. I'm going to link it below. It's called Forgoing the Ideology of Sin. I'm going to link it below. It's called Forgoing the Ideology of Sin. So I was like, hey, y'all gotta step out of those paradigms of evil, bad, good, bad. Of course, speak your preference. Speak understandings that are in alignment with your souls and your personal preferences, moral compass. Yes, speak this. But also understand everything you experience and perceive is one with your energy. So I was like, I heard satanic. I was like, I don't want to say that because I don't want to perpetuate it. I want to transcend these paradigms, devil, evil, satanic, because it doesn't help. Okay, it doesn't help us face. We don't want to. When we hear evil and devil, we want to run instead of facing it. So instead of that, I was like, no, let's transcend it. Let's go to higher frequency understandings and the soul channel through universal wisdoms. The stagnancy, timelines that perpetuated the imbalance of y'all's manifested energies. You are now awakening and becoming consciously aware how everything is always and only incessantly growing and evolving. So you can choose growth and evolution, wellness and balance, highest timeline evolution, wellness, future frequencies in the present moment to assist with no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking, soul liberation, soul evolution, highest timeline evolution. As universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment, regeneration of all things, and so shall it be. And so it is. So we can choose this. So tapping into the higher wisdom instead of, it's evil, it's devil, satanic. Higher wisdom is y'all were calcified in these understandings of y'all selves because y'all was running from yourselves instead of facing y'all energy. So y'all were perpetuate old cycles for eons instead of remember that y'all are infinite and limitless. And the music was an analogy. It calcified. Those songs calcified, which are truly always growing and evolving as well. But y'all were so slow in y'all's vibration, limited scope, consciousness, perspective of the self that you would perceive things the way you perceived it for the first time, which perpetuated energetic imbalances. So instead of just saying, oh, satanic, evil, getting that higher wisdom, the soul said, hey, everything is always only growing and evolving. It's your perspective, perception of this in which changes, i.e. the phenomena of the Mandela effect, where you can go back and watch a movie and it's different than the way you watched it for the first time. There's a few examples of this that I'm aware of because I watched the Mandela Effect videos. The Captain Crunch. I could have sworn it was Captain, Captain, not Captain Crunch. I would have remembered it was Captain Crunch when I was a kid because I would have made jokes like, whoa, that's kind of wow. That's kind of like, whoa, Captain Crunch. Who wrote that? I would have been like, oh, when I was a kid, I was like, that's kind of hood. That's kind of ghetto. That's what when I was eating Captain Crunch at my childhood home kitchen table, and if the box said Captain Crunch, I was like, that's ghetto, Captain Crunch. So I was like, I know it's Captain Crunch. When that be Mandela effect, and I transcend the ideology of ghetto hood, all that stuff. We're only in divine evolution, evolving in evolution. Transcend these narrow scope perspective perceptions. Let's be the wisdoms. There's that one. There's the Britney Spears Oops I Did It Again video. Like she was wearing Britney Spears was wearing a plaid skirt. Okay. And now like the Mandela effect is she was wearing a solid black skirt. I don't remember that. I watched that video plenty of times. I danced in front of the TV to that video, that music video plenty of times, right? And then there's another one. Now this is from a scary movie. Silence of the Lambs with Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. Don't lie to me. I'm just kidding. We switched timelines. My soul, my soul shared this wisdom with me. I downloaded it. Soul shared the wisdom with me. Reason with the Mandela effect, y'all switched timelines of reality or parallel universes due to y'all's vibrations raising and things. So y'all are raising or the opposite. Raising the opposite. We want to raise into more wellness and balance, divine remembrance. We no longer want to sink into greater states of unawareness of our energy, our existence. We want to raise into greater conscious awareness of our existential fundamental nature as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things, and so shall it be. So shall it be. So Silence of the Lambs. Because I used to say this to my mom to scare her when she walked into a room. I did it a few times when I was a kid. Hello, Clarice. But I would say that, whoa. And now the Mandela effect. Let's pause and let's pray. Let's raise some vibrations. Like I say this to my mom when she walked in the room when I was a kid. Hello, Clarice. She's like, what? What Transcendence. Transcendence means raising the vibrations. I'm like, now I can perceive my little kids still doing that. That's not okay. Let's raise the vibrations. Mandela effect says that line never happens in the Silence of the Lambs. That baby, we're in a different dimension, different parallel universe. Because in another parallel, yes, in another parallel universe, parallel reality, yes. Hello, Clarice. It's prevalent in that movie because I used to do that all the time to scare my mom when I was a kid. I did it a few times, like at least 2 or 3. She walked into a room. She thought she was the only one in the room. Hello, Clarice. Transcendence. So I was like, that's a Mandela effect for sure. Okay. All right. Okay, we got a lot of healing wisdoms in. Shoot. We got a lot of healing wisdoms. Raise the vibrations of that. I don't want to scare anybody because I don't want to be scared. Right? We don't no longer want to be afraid of our divine evolution in our divine evolution. Okay. Let's hear tap in, and this session is not going to be too long. We're gonna tweak a couple of things. There's a couple of things that I know I want to tweak. I say stack. There's a couple of things I want to tweak. Before I let y'all hear the music, the song I forgot to finish. How this song originally flowed. I first started channeling the song. I woke up wee hours in the morning, answers to forces. We were healing through the soul space, inner space, and they're like, Ashley, let's put these healing frequencies and wisdoms in a song. I was like, I don't feel like it. I was like, no, I'm going back to bed. I don't feel like it. They're like, Ashley, put it in a song. I said, okay. And I was guided to this instrumental, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I like this. And then I channeled the song into my phone voice memos. And that's how I first started channeling this song. It was a few months ago. Let's listen to it. It's still in process, and we're gonna be patient with this song. We're gonna be patient with, just like ourselves, be patient with all things. Let's listen to it.
Like a most fortified bridge, activate, satisfied, like a buttermilk that is home. The Rest my head, on the memories, everything is on you, that is not spice, bless you, bless you, bless you. Give one hand,
biology, revealing what is holding. Memories, perceptive by the tapping.
you're tapping, step to the bar, praying, meditating, not apologizing. Being home.
All right, y'all. So when I was telling with the ancestral forces that night, when I woke up in the wee hours of the morning, they were letting me perceive how our DNA, our existence, our manifestations is infinite dimensions, galactic and beyond heritage. What we would understand as galactic, meaning like the cosmos, the universe's planets, realms. There's synaptical understandings of evolution that we get to grow and evolve into conscious awareness of infinite dimensions. We get to grow and evolve into conscious awareness of. So like it's like the lyrics. Assisting with raising vibrations to experience more abundance. As we raise our vibration, we become greater consciously aware of our multidimensionality or our energy. Allow our energies or our souls through pure meditation to teach and grow and evolve us into greater conscious awareness of our existential fundamental nature, or our existence, which our connection, which is our existence, which is all things, divine evolution. Yes. The lyric that I really love in this, because I want to let go of stressing about stuff. Like I really do want to let go of stressing and being anxious. It's like, baby, the soul fed a bar. And it was actually galactic ancestors. I remember because I saw them, I could see them multidimensional, and they're humanoid galactic ancestors. They're like, let me find the line. It says like, don't worry, like the lyrics, like, don't worry. That's not the actual lyric. Let me find it. But it's like, you don't have to worry about the acclimation of the celestial bodies. Already figured everything out. Just get into alignment and flow with your evolution. Like it's already figured out. You're like, you don't got to figure nothing out at all. Like really.
Rest my head, memories, everything is on you, everything's on you.
Because I was literally sitting at this, I was sitting here channeling the song. It was before the session I was working on the song, and I channeled the lyric, and in my mind's eye I could perceive the humanoid galactic ancestor, and they're like, Ashley, if y'all was in divine evolution, y'all really are, but if y'all were in conscious awareness about the divine evolutionary existence status, you would shapeshift into me. Bald-headed white man. I look like a bald-headed white man. You would shapeshift into me. And I was like, yeah, that's the line. That's what we did. Truly, he's like, truth, yes, Ashley. I was like, whoa, shoot. I like feel it. It's really cool. Woof. Let me breathe. Okay. Rest in my head on the remembrance that that's not glaze over that. He was like, if y'all are consciously aware of, he's saying if y'all are consciously aware of y'all's evolutionary status, Ashley, I would shapeshift into you would shapeshift into me, or I would step out of your portal, which are all of y'all are portals, infinite portals to infinite connection, infinite dimensions. I would step out of your portal and be here and share. Yes, I would. Cool. Well, let's let that breathe. Let's give it a beat. Whoa, cool. And I can feel like my energy bend, or time space bend, or divine evolutionary bend when he said that. Like, Ashley, I really want to come through and share. Like, you could just say it. But truly, in other dimensions, he is sitting here. And he is sitting here and sharing. Like, you could perceive it's him instead of like how I identify as Ashley Nicole Phillips. You're welcome. Thank you. Whoa, cool. Whoa. Ooh. Rest in my head on the remembrance that everything's already mapped out. Hey, I felt to sing Brad Paisley's song. I was like, well, why did you feel that way? I was like, this why I asked, like, why Ashley? I was like, remember we just talked about? Hey, glory, glory, hallelujah. That was all over the place. Hey, yeah, yeah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Welcome to the future. Look around, it's all so clear. Wherever we were going, well, we're here. So many things we remembered one day we would perceive. Right inside of the. That's not the word. We switched up a little bit. Hey, so give me a second. All right. So resting my head on the remembrance that everything's already mapped out. The acclamation of the celestial bodies, I figured it out. System raising vibration to experience more abundance. Everything is a whole. Everything. Let's call it home. You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, yes. Yes, and thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay, the two parts we're gonna fix really quickly. We're gonna work on. It's where I sing. I sing. Let's just play from the beginning and I'll stop it. There's a lot of healing going on. Oh, okay. Now I remember. Galactic heritage stacked. I say stacked. Galactic heritage stacked like the most fortified bridge. Now, when I was channeling with the ancestors tonight, the wee hours of the morning that we channeled through the song, we channeled through the song. I say stacked hard, and I just told myself when we start channeling this song, we're gonna soften it up. It's still kind of hard stacked, and I'm gonna soften this part up stacked. When it's soft and stacked up, so it doesn't sound so hard. It sounds more fluid and beautiful and harmonious and just smooth. And then sweet. The lyric is galactic heritage stacked like the most fortified bridge. DNA activation satisfying like a buttermilk pie. Sweet. I'm from Texas, y'all. From the South. And I have like family bonding experiences. My aunt, my auntie taught me, my sisters and my mom how to make buttermilk pies from scratch. And so that was a really cool experience. Let's raise the vibration to divine remembrance. And then I like buttermilk pies. So that's the confectionery item I chose. Galactic heritage stacked like the most fortified bridge. DNA activation satisfying like a buttermilk pie. Sweet. Hazel, go sit down. Okay, love you, but you gotta go sit down. Go sit down, please. Go sit down. So we're gonna stacked and sweet. Stacked and sweet sound hard. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. See? Stacked. Stacked. So I gotta figure out the notes we're gonna put in here. I have to allow the notes to come through. Don't have to figure anything out, just allow it. Stacked. 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 Let's try that. Stacked. Stacked. Let's just put this down first and see if we want to add another note in here. Let's just see what this sounds like. Let's see what this sounds like in the mix. Let's move over to our smooth over to the mix. To the thing. Okay. Stacked. I already got a lot of lines on here too, a lot of tracks that are in use. So let's try to put on a track where it sounds. So I don't really want to add another track. And so we can put it on a track that sounds with mixed elements that sound good. Sound really great. Sound great. State, 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 state. Like the most fortified beach. Most fortified, like the most fortified beach. Yeah. Oh, goodness. State. Let's find a line. Let's find a line. But first, let's see where this is at. I think we found the line. Okay, let's see. Going a little bit louder. Try another track. Try another track. Try another track. Try another track. We could do this. That's very true. Very true. Let's try another track. We could duplicate one of these tracks and then turn the volume up. Because all these tracks are too low. I like that. Let's try it. Let's see. I like that track just with a little bit more reverb, maybe. I like this a lot. Yes, reverb and echoes. A little bit, so it sounds more airy, more etheric, and then echoes. So let's do that and see what it sounds like. Let's hear from right now what we have. Put a little bit before. I like it. Let's I'm excited. Let's delete this track down here. These two tracks. Cause what I've been experiencing with this software, when there's too many tracks, it'll slow down. There's too many tracks on here, it'll slow down. Like the settings will be switched to low quality audio settings when there's too many tracks. So delete those tracks and then okay, so we know we're gonna do this. We're duplicating this. Duplicate the track and we gotta delete all of the other audio pieces that are on here because we only want the stacked on this line. Let's go. I like it. I like it. I like it. Whoa. Okay. Remember how we're one with all beings, communicating through the inner space with ancestral forces or the soul or the self. So I said thank you. Being grateful for remembrance. Okay. So we said we're gonna do some reverb. Which is let's put this on here and let's loop it so we don't have to keep on flipping things, flipping up things. Where's the little loop thingy? The loop thing at the beginning. Is this it? No, it's not. Where's the little loop thing? Where's the loop thing? It's like a is it? Oh, here it is. What is this called? Let me just help a little bit. See if it says something. No, it's not saying anything. Okay, so it's a loop. Cycle mode. It's called the cycle mode thing. Cycle mode. Okay, cycle mode. CYCLE cycle mode. It kind of sounds like psycho mode. No, cycle. CYCLE cycle mode. Trans in that. Oh, really?
Like a emotional vibration.
It sounds like that's a message actually, because when I was talking about earlier the Mandela effects and the silence of the limbs, and then understanding whenever we say anything, speak anything, reference anything, we're aligning our energy to whatever we're saying, speaking, referencing. So when I reference Anthony Hopkins' character in the silence of the limbs, and I would scare my mom. Hello, Clarice. Whenever she walked into a room, that was me going into psycho mode. Channeling psycho mode. Because Anthony Hopkins' character is a psycho. Transcendence. Oh my gosh. Transcend that. No. Uplift the vibrations. Transcendence. Shit. Dang. No, thank you. No, thank you. Transcend all that. Transcend psycho. Transcend psycho. Transcend.
Like emotional vibration.
Okay.
Like emotional vibration. Like emotional vibration. Like emotional vibration. Like emotional vibration.
All right, now let's add some echoes.
Like emotional vibration. Like emotional vibration.
So one method that I was taught by the Soul Space with mixing music to make it sound fuller is to add different echo styles, like echo, like different echo style, like length frequencies and lengths. Like add an echo where it's more. The delay and timing is different. Different echo styles with different delays and timing. Different delay and timing. Like a stack, like at least two different delay or echo timings makes the record sound fuller without having to do too much. So we have one. Let's listen to it. One echo setting, and then some reverb on here. Let's listen.
Like emotional vibration. Like emotional vibration.
Turn it up a bit. The volume.
Like emotional vibration. Like emotional vibration.
Turn it down just a little bit. A little too loud.
Like most for the fly.
Let's add one more echo on here.
Like a most for the fly. 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 Like a most for the fly.
Okay.
Like a most for the fly.
Stack, yeah.
Like a most for the fly.
Stack, yeah.
Most for the fly. Like a most for the fly.
Stack, yeah.
Like a most for the fly. Like a most for the fly.
Stack, yeah. Okay, so they're stacked.
Like a most for the fly.
Stack sounds good. Stack, yeah.
Hey, activate, satisfy, like a buttermilk. That is all. You put that is all. 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 You put
Okay, now the sweet part. Sweet. Let's turn this down. Let's turn that part down.
that is all. That is all. You put that is all. You put that is all. You put that is all.
Oh, okay.
You put that is all. 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 You that is all. You put
Oh, okay.
that is all. You put that is all. You put that is all.
Sweet. Like a buttermilk pie. Sweet, sweet. Like a buttermilk pie. Sweet. Like a buttermilk pie. Sweet. Like a buttermilk pie. Sweet. Sweet. Like a buttermilk pie. Sweet. 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 Sweet, 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 sweet. Buttermilk sweet, sweet. I don't like the sweet that's here, so I'm gonna replace it. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay. You are clean, ocean waves. What you call science paved the way for evolution. Activated human, activated human, activated. You are the earth, you are the ethers, you are the people. Trust I know what to do. Sweet, sweet. 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 Delete that one right there, put that right there like that. Right here, right here, right here. Sweet, 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 sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. I think I like it. I think I like the direction a lot. Cause I just been playing the record as it was. And it's been a while since I had a session. I trusted the process. Because what I used to do is I would want to rush back to the studio to fix whatever I wanted to fix. Now, with having sessions at home, I still don't do that. I mean, this time around, I just gave it space and time. Just trust the process. Trust the process that everything's gonna work out. Spinal track. I like that one right here. You like that one, and let's find one more space to put double it, like put it twice. So that one right there. Let's see. It seems like I'm thinking and computing. That's not the truest truth. Everything's already mapped out. We're conduits for the manifestation of a dream or a story that's already been written, preordained, predestined, pre-calculated. Lesson, we're gonna double this track one more time. And we're going to actually do some the same treatment for this track that we did for Stacked. Reverb, so it sounds more etheric and echoes. Change up the reverb and the echoes. So really what I work on, what I wanted to work on, sweet and stacks. And I think we've got some good, made some good leeway. I like it a lot the way stacked and sweet sounds compared to before. So but let's play it and then we're in this session,
Sweet.
The whole song. That's not supposed to be there. Let me delete that. That's not supposed to be there. This is not supposed to be there like that. Okay, here we go.
Like a most butterfly bridge.
Hazel, give me a second.
Activate, satisfy.
You gotta fix that.
Like a most butterfly bridge.
So too loud. Is it something looking like me? Hazel, give me a second. Hazel, give me a second. Hazel, what's in?
Like a most butterfly bridge. Activate, satisfy. Like a buttermilk. Like a most butterfly bridge. Like a most butterfly bridge. Like a most like a most butterfly bridge. Like
Let's play again.
like a most butterfly bridge. Activate, satisfy, like a buttermilk.
One more time, without the skipping and stuff. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Like a most butterfly bridge. Activate, satisfy, like a buttermilk.
Snow rewind it. I did. I think he did. Sounds like some volume changes.
Rest my head, everything is on you.
Here's a lake.
Everything is whole. Everything is calling on. Love to be with everywhere that we show up, bless you, bless you. Give one not apologize.
I want to thank y'all so much for joining. Stopping in on my music channel. Again, subscribe Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Talk about my content or my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment are linked below. Kingdom Things Podcast available to stream on YouTube and Spotify. While the Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is available to stream on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, hit the notification bells. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It is a 3-part book series. I actually channeled it from my soul space. My soul space is like, hey, we want to help you grow and evolve into greater remembrance of your essential fundamental nature, in which all things truly are: limitless nature, wellness, and balance. Highest timeline, evolution, wellness, and balance, in which all things truly are. That's why I channeled the Unconditional Love Literature. So it is a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts, Asia's story. Coming Home, the story of Asia is the first book, followed by the story of Asia, I'm Home. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of experiences which help reactivate her DNA, her conscious awareness of the limitless, unconditional love in which she's always been, in which all things have only always been, the remembrance that we are one in infinite, limitless, divine evolution and harmony, even in our multiple, infinite perspective perceptions of differences or dimensionality of evolution. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. Y'all. My Other Half is a twin flame divine counterpart story back home to God's side. One soul manifests as 2 beings over many lifetimes. You know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. Each lifetime says that their love is in evolution. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which lifetime, under which circumstances, the books are prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available to stream or purchase. I keep on saying stream this evening. Purchase in the Amazon bookstore. Purchase in the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing all digital downloads, it's 3 separate downloads, $29.97 plus tax, more than more. If you're doing paperback copies mailed to your home, It is it's paperback copies mailed to your home. It's 2 separate bindings. Coming Home, a story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya I'm Home, is in 1 binding. And my other half is a separate binding. Again, 2 purchases, 2 paperback bindings mailed to your home. All 3 stories, $29.98. More. Links linked below. Specified digital downloads versus paperback copies, physical copies mailed to your home. I also channel, assist with channeling Asya Story, the animated series. The multidimensional experiences. Hold on, Hazel. The multidimensional experiences of which I have conscious awareness of. I channel into the animated series, now available to stream for free on my author's YouTube channel, AP Short Stories on YouTube, link below. I'm also a home cook. I enjoy cooking. I intuitively cook whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what we put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic Meals with Ashley Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the notification bell link below. I have some mukbang content over there as well, where we eat. I eat and we eat. Bring a plate, and we talk about whatever the soul. If you feel heart guided to, universally guided to, and we speak about whatever the soul puts in my heart space to speak about. I'm gonna see y'all later. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truth. Choose get that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you be, embody more of your limitless wellness, balance nature consciously. Project and be consciously the limitless wellness, balance in which you've always only been. I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.